FX Nation, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another video. And in this video, guys, we're going to take a look at some trade setups from this week, and I want to show you guys some of the US trade setups that we found, so you guys can get a follow-up to our last video, which was about trading the US session. If you haven't seen that video yet, I'll link it up here on the right hand side, so you can definitely check that video out before watching this one. That way you can understand, first of all, how to trade the US session. All right, but without further ado, guys, we're gonna go ahead and do that today, so let's just jump right into it. Alright, guys, so what we're going to do first is I'm just going to go really quickly over 3 or 4 setups that I did during London that were trades that I took. So let me just show you those specific trades real quick. That way you can see what was available that I was able to take during London. And then we'll come back and take a look at the US session, alright? Alright, so I just wanted to go over some of the trades that I took during London session yesterday. And so let's just start off with the Euro AUD here. Euro AUD, as you can see, I took it right here, right at the bottom here of the whatchamacallit, the Asian range here. So right here is where I took this one at. If you put it to a line chart, you'll see that it's predominantly a W here. But anyway, so I took this trade here, and then we're at over here right now. I moved the stop loss up, obviously, to protect my position. So everything's risk-free right now on this particular trade. But this is pretty simple setup right after Asia, right at around 4 o'clock or so. We got the dip below, and then we got the move back up again. So very easy standard setup that I took there on this one. On Euro NZD, very similar setup on Euro NZD. So same thing. Very similar setup on Euro NZD. Right at around 4:45 or so is when I took this trade up. And we're coming off of the low of the Asian range here. So pretty simple setup. That I look for, nothing complicated or anything like that. Here we had a setup on AUD USD, and this was taken off of the high of the day here. As you can see, it was creating an M formation here. So I took this trade, and it's currently, working its way down. So my stop loss is already in place on this one, so I'm protected. It's a risk-free trade, but this is just another example of a clean, good trade setup that you would have caught on this one. And then finally, AUD Swiss, same thing, had a type 1 setup, nice M formation here. This one actually took a little bit longer to develop, as I thought it was going to develop right here, and it didn't. So as you can see here, it actually went up for another 4 or 5 candles, and then it decided at 6 o'clock to work its way down. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. So like if you were, if you came in too early because you thought this wasn't the M here, and you came in too early, you didn't follow the rules of waiting for the cross to happen, right? You could have potentially been taken out here. But on this case here, you got the move and you got the cross here. So essentially you would have had the same entry point on this particular trade if you would have just waited for the cross. So I did this on purpose, guys, so I can show you examples of what happens. Okay, a lot of times you kind of wonder what would have happened if I would have taken the trade too early, or what would have happened if I didn't follow the rules. Well, this is what would have happened, right? You would have been taken out presumably up here on the next reaches to the next high here. All right, so this is a good example to show you why the rules are set for the 5 and 13 cross, so you can avoid potentially getting into a bad trade. All right. But those were pretty much all the trade guides that I took during the London session. And yeah, just wanted to share those with you so you can kind of see what I was thinking during London. All right. All right, guys. So back on Euro CAD, And as you can see here, guys, for Euro CAD, Asian box here, and price moved all the way up. And as you can see, opening of the US session, which was about 8 o'clock right here, where are we at, guys? We're trading at near the high of the day, right? So what are we expecting if we're trading near the high of the day is what? A reversal, right? So here's the reversal. It didn't come till 2.5 hours later, around 10:30, and that reversal essentially produced about 46 pips or so. All right, so 46 pips off of the high of the day at 10:30 on Euro CAD. All right, so remember what I was talking about, guys. Let the market move during London, and then try to catch a reversal off the high or the low of the day during the US session. This is another good example of that actually happening. And you can see as well also on the TDI, we had a crossover outside of the bands and back inside, and you can see it went straight down with price. All right, let's take a look at another one here with Euro Pound. And Euro Pound here, beautiful move. We had a type 3 setup here, set up for London, moved all the way up, and then we had the New York reversal off the high of the day right here, guys, right at 9 o'clock. I mean, just straight down. This was one of the very good, beautiful trades here. A good 37, 38 pips or so, depending on where you got in and out at. But this is what I'm talking about. Type 3 setup on the London session, and then traded off the high of the day right here, straight down. So this was on Euro Pound. Let's take a look at another one here. And this is Euro Swiss. So you can see here Euro Swiss essentially for London ended up getting a type 3 formation as well, where we were bouncing off the middle, came back up to the high of Asia, came back down to the middle, retested it, and then move away. And then, of course, right at the opening of the US session, what are we doing? We're trading off the high of the day right here, guys, as you can see, and then we move straight down to the bottom here. All right, so this trade right here was about 39 pips, depending on where you got in and out of. But again, we're trading off the high here of the day, guys, during US, which is what we talked about during our last video here. Euro AUD, I mean, it's a very similar theme here, guys, over and over and over again. After London here, it's about 9 o'clock when we get the move here, trading again off the high of the day right here. It was created, and then we move straight down. I mean, these setups are pretty simple to see, guys. 60 pips on Euro AUD, and again, you can see the first half here on the TDI right here, pointing down, crossing over, and working all the way down, guys. So I mean, these are clear setups, guys. These are the setups that you want to look for if you're trading the US session. Euro NZD, very similar setup. We had a type 2 setup out of London here, and then off the high of the day, we had a nice M formation, as you can see here, straight down. This was right at 9 o'clock, 9:30, and then of course we moved down. This was about 55 pips or so. I mean, you can't get any more clear stuff than this, guys. A type 2 setup from London, and then a type 1 setup for reversal off the high of the day during the US session. I mean, I don't know what else you want, but this is as good as it gets right here. Pound CAD. So Pound CAD had a type 2 setup during London, as you can see right here, moved all the way down. And then at the beginning of the US session, where are we trading at? At 9 o'clock, we're bouncing off the low of the day right here, guys, and you're taking that back up. All right. And this one was about 60 pips back up. So, I mean, again, type 2 from London, and then we moved off the reversal off the low of the day, guys, right here. As you can see, off the low of the day, boom, moved up. You can see the W here on the TDI as it moves across as well. Pound AUD, type 3 setup during London. And then again, we're working off the low of the day, guys. 8 o'clock, 9:30 right here. 10 o'clock. We get the final formation up. This one here, was about 30, 35 pips depending on where you got in and out at. But again, the principle is the same, guys. You see what happened during London and then react to what's going to happen during the US session here. All right, we see the high has already been created, so we're working off the low of the day. All right, and then finally pound USD. Pound USD, obviously right at the opening of the US session at 8 o'clock here, was off of the low of the day. We had a nice W formation on the TDI, and I mean, I don't know what else you need to take this trade, but this particular trade was about 70 pips depending on where you got in and out at. All right, so we had a type 1 setup off of the London, and then we worked off of the reversal from the low of the day during the US session. All right, one more, and that's AUD Swiss. So AUD Swiss here, you can see during London, they had a type 2 setup here. Worked its way up, created to the high of the day right here. And this was right at about 11 o'clock, 10:45. Boom, worked its way back down. And I mean, this was, 22, 23 pips. But the story's the same, guys. That's what you want to look for during the US session, guys. I mean, I hope this was, I don't know, a good 9 trades, 9 reversals in one day. That's just one day, guys. I'm not even going back any other further day. I hope these examples help you out during the US session, because this is essentially what you're looking for to be able to trade during that US session, guys. These are the best trade setups to take like that. All right, guys, I hope this video helped you out, and thank you so much for watching my videos, guys. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. We really appreciate your support. If you need any info, or if you want a free account with us, just go to fxntrading.com, get a free account, and that's it, guys. Have a good weekend. Guys, one last thing. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I really appreciate the fact that you take the time to watch my videos. I really hope that I've added value in each of the videos that I make for you guys, and I hope that you're learning something. As always, guys, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Please like and share the videos if you found value in them. And also, don't forget to visit our website at www.fxntradinggroup.com. Once again, guys, thank you so much. I'm truly blessed.